Ever wondered how cricket, the gentleman's game, evolved over centuries? It all began in the 16th century England. The roots of cricket burrow deep into the rustic pastures of the country where shepherds and farmers first played the game. These early versions of cricket were not the structured, strategic sport we know today, but they laid the groundwork for the modern game. Cricket, as we know it, did not spring up in a vacuum. It evolved from similar bat and ball games that were popular across Europe during the same period. These games might have varied in their rules and formats, but they all shared a common thread: the joy of competition, the thrill of the chase, and the camaraderie of playing together. The cricket of the 16th century was a far cry from the international spectacle we see today, but it held within it the seeds of a global phenomenon. From its humble beginnings as a rural pastime, cricket was destined to become a global phenomenon. As cricket gained popularity, the need for standardized rules became apparent. The sport, which had its roots in the humble pastures of 16th century England, began to take a more recognizable form in the 17th century. The first known mention of cricket in literature dates back to 1598, in a court case involving a land dispute. It was in this document that the sport was referred to as "crecket," a clear indication that cricket was already a well-established pastime by the end of the 17th century. As we moved into the early 18th century, the game's rules started to be standardized. This standardization was crucial in transforming cricket from a simple rural pastime into a sophisticated sport. With clearly defined rules, cricket matches became not just a game, but events that brought people together. As rules were standardized, cricket began to attract a wider audience, including the English aristocracy. With the expansion of the British Empire, cricket found its way to the colonies. The seeds of the sport were sown far and wide, from the sun-drenched islands of the West Indies to the vast expanses of Australia, from the heart of Africa in South Africa to the vibrant subcontinent of India. The British, through their colonization and trade routes, carried with them their love for cricket, and the game found a new home in these lands. The local populations, influenced by the British presence, gradually adopted cricket. With time, they not only embraced the game, but also mastered it, leading to the formation of their national teams. Cricket became more than just a sport. It became a unifying force, a shared passion that transcended borders and cultures. In a twist of irony, these former colonies would go on to dominate the sport, often outshining their colonial masters on the cricket field. Cricket, a game born in the English countryside, had now reached the far corners of the world. In 1787, a pivotal development occurred in the world of cricket, the formation of the Marylebone Cricket Club, or the MCC. Born out of the ashes of the noble White Conduit Club, the MCC was destined to become more than just a cricket club. It was to become the custodian of the laws of cricket, a role it continues to uphold with great responsibility even today. The MCC's role in shaping the laws of cricket was critical in standardizing the rules and regulations of the game, from the length of the pitch to the weight of the ball, the dimensions of the wicket to the manner of dismissal. These laws penned by the MCC brought uniformity to the game. They brought clarity where there was confusion, order where there was chaos. This standardization was a game changer, a milestone in the history of cricket. With the MCC and the laws of cricket, the game had a solid foundation to build upon. The 19th century saw the establishment and growth of county cricket in England. This was indeed a golden era, where the game began to take root in the heart of communities, fostering local rivalries and sparking a deep-seated love for the sport. County cricket clubs sprouted across the country, each with its own unique charm and fiercely loyal fan base. This period also saw the emergence of legendary figures who shaped the face of cricket. None were more influential than W.G. Grace. A towering figure, both literally and metaphorically, Grace dominated the cricketing landscape with his powerful batting and sharp fielding. His larger-than-life personality and sporting prowess captivated the nation, making cricket a popular spectacle. Grace's influence extended beyond the boundary rope. His sportsmanship, flair, and dedication to the game set a benchmark for future generations. This was a time when cricket was not just a sport, but a way of life. With the rise of county cricket, the game was becoming an integral part of English culture. And while county cricket flourished, the cricketing world was on the brink of a new era. the birth of Test cricket. The year was 1877 and the stage was set at the iconic Melbourne Cricket Ground. England and Australia, two nations with a burgeoning passion for the sport, clashed in what was to become the first ever Test match. This wasn't just a game, it was a historical milestone that would define cricket's future. The tension was palpable, as each delivery, each stroke of the bat, and each acrobatic catch etched a permanent mark in the annals of cricket history. The match, spread over 2 days, was a grueling test of skill, patience and resilience that pushed the players to their limits. But this was more than just a test of the players. It was a test of the sport itself. And cricket passed with flying colours. Test cricket marked the beginning of international cricket and the longest format of the game. To make the game more spectator-friendly, limited overs cricket was introduced in the 1960s. This revolutionary change came about to provide a quicker, more decisive form of the game. Instead of potentially lasting for days, as in Test cricket, each team was now given a set number of overs to play, typically 50. This format not only ensured a result within a single day, but it also brought a new level of excitement and strategy to the sport. The first one-day international, or ODI as it's commonly known, was played in 1971 between Australia and England. This match marked a significant milestone in cricket history. The advent of ODIs brought more dynamism and unpredictability into the game, making it more appealing to a broader audience. It was a game changer, a turning point that transformed cricket from a sport of patience and endurance into a spectacle of speed and strategy. With the advent of ODIs, cricket was now a game for the masses. ODIs gained popularity rapidly, leading to the inauguration of the Cricket World Cup in 1975. This marked a new chapter in the annals of cricket history. One-day internationals, or ODIs as they're fondly known, brought a breath of fresh air to the traditional game. With a set number of overs, the game became more fast-paced, adding an element of thrill and uncertainty that was music to the fans' ears. This new format quickly became a hit, and cricket enthusiasts from all corners of the globe were drawn to the spectacle. The stage was set for something big, something grand, the Cricket World Cup. Launched in 1975, this tournament brought teams from all over the world to compete for the ultimate glory in cricket. From its humble beginnings, the Cricket World Cup has grown into one of the most watched sporting events globally, with billions tuning in to watch their teams battle it out. The Cricket World Cup cemented cricket's place in the world of international sports. In 2003, cricket took another leap forward with the introduction of T20 cricket. This fresh format brought a new wave of excitement to the sport. Matches were condensed into approximately 3 hours, creating a faster, more dynamic version of the game. The traditional leisurely pace of cricket was replaced by the thrilling intensity of T20, where every ball bowled and every run scored mattered immensely. The thrill of this format was not confined to the pitch. The audience too found themselves on the edge of their seats, captivated by the non-stop action. This high-octane experience redefined the way cricket was viewed, attracting a new generation of fans to the sport. The success of the T20 format led to the formation of domestic T20 leagues worldwide. From the Indian Premier League to the Big Bash League in Australia, these leagues brought cricket into the mainstream, offering action-packed entertainment to fans globally. With the emergence of T20 cricket, the game attracted a new generation of fans. Today, cricket has become a truly global sport. The gentleman's game has expanded beyond its British roots, with countries from every corner of the world embracing the sport. From the sun-soaked beaches of the Caribbean to the bustling cities of India, cricket has found a home and a passionate fan base. The modern era has seen the rise of global cricket leagues, further broadening the sport's appeal. The Indian Premier League, or IPL, is a prime example. It's a thrilling spectacle of sport and entertainment, attracting the world's best cricketers and millions of fans. Down under, the Big Bash League, or BBL, brings Australia's love for cricket to the forefront, with high-octane matches lighting up the summer. These leagues, along with others worldwide, have revolutionized cricket, injecting it with fresh energy and transforming its economics. They've opened up new opportunities for players and made the sport more accessible to fans everywhere. From a rural pastime in England to a global phenomenon, cricket has indeed come a long way.